back to our channel. Today I'm finally doing a recipe video for y'all, making the harvest loaf bread that I've been wanting to make for a while now. Anyway, so here's the recipe on the card, and I will put everything down below for y'all. If you want to make it, you can. It's very versatile, but I'm making this in mini loaves this time, but you can make it in, it makes 2 regular loaves, or you can make it in cookies, which I've done before, which are really good. Or you can make muffins or mini muffins. Like I said, it's very versatile. So, first step, one half cup of butter, which is 1 stick. And you have to cream that first, and then you add 1 cup of sugar, which is what I'm about to do. But the very first thing, preheat the oven to 350. Okay. Now I'm going to add the sugar. 1 cup of sugar. After you cream the butter, and we mix that. And once that's mixed, we have to add 2 eggs. 2 eggs. I have 2 containers because this is the last one in this container. Okay. 2 eggs. Add them 1 at a time and beat well before you add the other. One egg, like I said, oops. 1 at a time. Okay. And let me throw that away. Stuffed egg. This one, just like the other ones. Okay, now, at that, combine the next 7 ingredients. That is 1 3/4 cups flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon ground nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon ground ginger, and 1/4 teaspoon ground cloves. So, we'll start with the flour. 1 3/4 cup. Let me grab my little measuring cup here. Alright. Here's the flour. This little doohickey out of the way. One 3/4 blocking a steak. Oh, there's none on here. Well, oh, there it is. So, just about to the top, I mean, not all the way. About like that. And there's the flour. Okay. Like that. Mix the flour. Okay. Now, Now 1 teaspoon baking soda. Let me get that out. Okay, now, did they get put back? Measuring spoons. 1 teaspoon. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then 1/2 teaspoon salt. Down here. Okay. 1/2 teaspoon salt. Whoa. Okay. Then you have spices. 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon. Let me grab them over here. Okay. Ginger, cinnamon, and these are all ground nutmeg, and ground cloves. So the first one is cinnamon. 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon. There we go. Alright, that's cinnamon. The next one is 1/2 teaspoon ground nutmeg. Oh, and then nutmeg. It's a very good bread for fall, but any time of the year, really, if you're in the mood. So the next one, we have 1/4 teaspoon ground ginger. The smallest one. Okay. Get that in there. Oops. Spilled a bit. And the last one is the ground clove. You want 1/4 teaspoon ground clove. And mix that all together. Well, that didn't work. There we go. Okay. Spices are in. Now, mix it all together. Okay. Now, get all stuck here. And now after that, on to the oops. Well, anyway, now you're on to the pumpkin. You have 1 can of pumpkin. Pumpkin. Opener. Okay. Just the edges. Okay. Grab the spoon. Okay. Now to add the pumpkin. Out of the can here. Okay. Now, mix pumpkin in. And it smells amazing. Next, and the last two ingredients, we want 3/4 cup of semi chocolate chips and 3/4 cup chopped pecans. Here we go. I'm just gonna move these over here. Need those anymore. So, chocolate chips, and they can be regular or mini. Reopen these. Oops. Now again. Up. That just about to the top, but not quite. Okay. Chocolate chips and the same amount of pecan. Now, kind of crush them up a little bit if they're in halves. Or you can just put it in like that. Doesn't matter because it's all going to taste the same. I'm just going to crush a few of these real quick. Okay. Pour that in. And that's it. Mix this together. And then you just pour it into the baking pan. Put it in the oven. I'll show you. What? Wait, let's get it all together well. Thank you. Okay. Now, here we go. And this is what the batter will look like when everything is all mixed together. And we're going to scoop it into these. Like I said, oops, I'm making mini loaves, but you can make it into regular loaves of bread and mix 2 loaves, and that will bake for about an hour. The mini loaves, not as long, obviously, so maybe about 30 minutes, or you can do muffins, mini muffins, even cookies. It's all great. So let me spoon it into the thing, and once it comes out of the oven, I will show you the end result in in mini loaves anyway. Here we go. Let me grab some. Okay, here we go. I'm going to scoop it into here. Now, I'll probably have some batter left over, but I do have a couple more tin aluminum ones, so like 3 of them. I'll probably put some in there. Now, you don't want to put too much because it will rise. It is bread. You get the whole bottom. Should be fine. Oops. Okay. Let's just scoop this in here. And then I put it in the oven. I'm going to put mine on about 30 minutes because, like I said, mine are mini loaves. The regular loaves will take about an hour to bake. I'm going to start mine at 30 minutes and then check them. Okay. Two more of these. Go. Okay. So like I said, I have just a little bit of batter left. So I'm going to use probably just one of these tins right here. And then this is what it looks like in the mini loaf pan. Not the prettiest thing in the world, obviously, because it's dough batter. But it smells amazing and it tastes amazing. Trust me. So, let me put the last bit of batter in this tin real quick. And then we'll put them in the oven for about 30 minutes and then I'll check them. And once they're done, I take them out and I will show you the finished product. Okay. Oops. Okay. Okay, scrape the bowl. Go. Then the sink to be clean. For a second. Okay. So, in the little tin thing, got these. Now they're gonna go in the oven for about 30 minutes. And that's it. And when they come out and they're finished, I'll show you what the finished part looks like. And we're back. And here is what the harvest loaf bread in mini form will look like when it comes out of the oven. It smells amazing and it tastes even better. I hope you give both these recipes a try. Thanks for watching.